Our guest, Senator Ted Cruz, with us this morning. Mr. Senator, we're going to get to your take on the primaries in a moment, but first, I want your take on the big story that broke overnight, these leaked documents showing the Supreme Court voted to overturn Roe v. Wade. Forgive me for offering opinion right up front, but I call it a betrayal of the Supreme Court. How about you?
Well, Stuart, you're exactly right. Good morning. It's good to be with you. I got to say, last night when the news broke of a leaked draft opinion, I was flabbergasted. It is truly stunning. In over 2 centuries of our nation's history, this has never happened. And this is as corrosive, as destructive to the Supreme Court as we've ever seen. What it means is that there was some angry left-wing law clerk who breached the trust to his or her justice, who breached the trust to the Supreme Court, who breached the trust to the American people, and took a first draft of an opinion and decided to leak it to everyone. This is the consequence of the Democrats' rabidly partisan effort to undermine the court, to attack the court. This is part and parcel of Chuck Schumer standing on the steps of the court and threatening the justices, saying you will reap the whirlwind. This is part and parcel of the effort by Democrats to pack the Supreme Court. And this is part and parcel of the effort of Democrats, partisan Democrats, to try to tarnish and attack Justice Clarence Thomas in particular. Yeah. They're smearing him. And I got to say, Democrats have a lot to answer for the destruction that this wreaks in the court, because it will carry on potentially forever, limiting the ability of the justices to do their solemn constitutional responsibility. It really is an outrage. It gives the Democrats and the president a chance to change the subject for the midterm elections. Surely this leak is going to have a big impact on the midterms. How do you think it will go? Well, listen, what's going to matter is the ultimate decision of the court. What purports to be leaked, and we don't know if it's accurate, but there's no reason to doubt it, is an initial draft that was circulated in February. You know, as you know, Stuart, I started my career as a law clerk at the Supreme Court. And the way the process works is the justice who is assigned the majority opinion, in this case it appears to be Justice Alito, the justices will have voted at conference, and that justice will circulate a draft opinion to all 9 justices. Now, what happens in the days and weeks and months after that is there are hundreds and sometimes thousands of edits. On the face of the opinion, nobody had joined that opinion yet. So every justice has to read it, decide if they agree with it, and there are negotiations back and forth. Can you change this paragraph? Can you delete this? Can you add this footnote? Can you take it out? At the same time, the dissenting justices are working on their dissents, which they will circulate, and it goes back and forth and back and forth. So whatever the court decides, it's not going to be exactly what's in this opinion. But the reason it was leaked is some left-wing, presumably law clerk, wanted to put political pressure on the 5 justices that presumably are in the majority right now. They wanted to put heat, and they wanted to invoke politics to try to get them to change their vote. And by the way, if that left-wing law clerk succeeds, it will be the most grotesque politicization of the Supreme Court in the history of our nation. You mentioned an FBI investigation. I hope there is a serious one, and I hope whoever is responsible for this not only is fired instantly, but is prosecuted and serves real jail time for violating the confidences of the Supreme Court. Quickly to the Ohio primary. President Trump backs J.D. Vance. You back Josh Mandel. Is the party split? Oh, no. I think contested primaries and vigorous primaries are healthy for democracy. The energy we're seeing on the conservative side is a sign of how bad things are going under Joe Biden and the Democrats. I think both Josh and J.D. are good men. The reason I supported Josh, I think he has a significantly stronger, proven conservative record. I think primary voters are fed up with candidates who promise one thing on the campaign trail and do something else. So my philosophy and endorsements is that I endorse the strongest conservative who can win in this race. I believe that's Josh Mandel. Senator Ted Cruz, great to have you on the show today of all days. We do appreciate it, sir, and we hope to see you again real soon. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Stuart. You got it.